The Grand Rapids Ballet is featuring the choreography of three-time Tony Award winner Justin Peck as the company presents In the Countenance of Kings, set to the music of Michigan native Sufjan Stevens. Now, it's described as a celebration of youth and energy, and we've got that youth and energy right there in studio because we've got Josue Justis along with our, what are you pointing to him for, James? Artistic director James Sofranko. You've got that youth and energy too, right, James?
Not as much as they do.
Well, thank you for being here once again. Tell me a little bit about, James, you've performed this show with the San Francisco Ballet. Tell us about Justin and the show.
Yeah, Justin Peck is the resident choreographer of New York City Ballet, one of the hottest working choreographers in the world today. He's created, I don't know, dozens, probably over 50 ballets around the world. He did the movie West Side Story with Steven Spielberg. He's done 3 Broadway shows and won 3 Tonys for it. So yeah, he's a very in-demand choreographer. He's got that sort of like energy and excitement of a youthful generation, also of a New York City sort of vibe too, because that's where he was a dancer in New York City Ballet too. So the sort of energy of that city, drawing on the lineage of the choreographers from that company, Jerome Robbins and George Balanchine too. So kind of like a continuation of that energy and musicality and youthful spirit.
It's pretty good when you do 3 shows and all 3 of them you win a Tony for. That's not a pretty good track record for him, right? So Justin, obviously, as you said, a well sought after choreographer, and well, you performed.
Yeah.
Are you doing the same? Are you doing the same role?
No, he's not doing the role that I did.
Okay,
but yes, my role is there, and so I'm taking part in sort of teaching that and coaching that. So it's been fun for me to return to it. So Justin came to San Francisco and made this piece in 2016 when I was still dancing there, and we're only the 3rd company ever to perform it. So San Francisco Ballet, Pacific Northwest Ballet in Seattle, and now us in Grand Rapids.
Kind of an exclusive. I like that.
Yeah.
Josue, now this is a bit of a swan song for you because this is you're retiring. Congratulations. I mean, far too young to be retiring, right?
Thank you.
Tell me about the role that you are playing and what. I mean, you've got to have a lot of emotions coming into this show.
Certainly. You know, I gotta be honest, I was familiar with Justin Peck, just as in the culture of ballet, that he was someone that was like very recognizable and like his choreography is very important in our days. And I had like a little bit of like, oh, let's see what it is. And then I saw it, and then I learned it, and I was in love. I was in love. It's truly, I play, my part's called the hero.
Good role to have,
I guess.
the hero. Right?
And it's one of the most delicate and like right in my line of understanding of what partnering should be. And like we share a lot of like similarities in the way we approach things. And I never met him, but I know because the part is just like the things that I would have done.
It almost felt
natural,
like familiar to you.
Exactly.
Like you were cut from the same cloth.
Even like meeting him.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, I love this.
That's got to be music to your ears, James, when a dancer has that kind of passion and connection to the choreography.
Yeah, and when dancers enjoy the work that they're doing, they just dance so much better.
Sure.
Too, you can see and this is a piece too where you're allowed to let the sort of joy, because it's not a narrative piece, it's an abstract piece, but it really does sort of embody just joy and the emotion of being physical and being on this music, which is from Sufjan Stevens, also another famous and Michigan native. So a nice hometown or home state connection to our piece there.
Excellent, and not the only piece though, right?
Yes, this is the second half of the show.
The second, yeah,
and we have 4 shorter ones in the first half.
One ticket for both, right?
Yep, one ticket.
Right.
You get a whole evening of work.
You're getting all these shows because I mean, we should mention. I mean, Penny's shows in there. Let's talk about the other show. And you have a piece in there too, don't you?
Yeah, 4 shorter ballets. So one by our resident choreographer Penny Saunders. I'm creating a new work to music by Ray LaMontagne. We have a duet from choreographer Danny Rowe to a song by Nina Simone, and a male duet to Concerto 622 by Mozart. So a nice wide range of styles, all very contemporary and forward-thinking, forward-looking, pushing the boundaries of dance. This is not your typical Swan Lake.
Okay, yeah, this is not a traditional what you might expect. So the 4 shorts are first, and then the second half is all about in Countenance of Kings.
That's right.
And that is where we get to see Josue dance with unabandoned joy.
He's also in my new piece too, so he's got
he's in
two
that
things
as
to
well.
do.
Excellent. Well, yeah, I mean, if you're going out the door, they got to put you to work as much as they can before you say goodbye. But if you've enjoyed Josue dance, if you just enjoy the ballet, if you want to see something, as you mentioned, forward-thinking, youth, energy, and an abstract piece, here is your chance, the 24th through the 26th and May 1st through the 3rd at Peter Martin Legge Theater. You can always get your tickets and more information at grballet.com. We'll be right back.